Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghair maghdubi alayhim. Wala dwalin. Alhamdulillah. Dr. Sonata Kamara, co-founder of Temple Mother Earth, sending love, peace, and abundance prayer to everyone around the world.
Peace, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Moorish Monday with Abdullah El Talib Mosi Bey on Magnets, Crystals, Pyramids YouTube and Moroccan Post Media YouTube. Welcome. I'm so excited to be bringing this topic today. Those who are joining us for the first time, subscribe. Please subscribe, and those who haven't done so, subscribe to the page. Also, hit that like button. Let people know that we are on. We are live and direct in full effect. But we'll be strolling across the screen for the next 2 hours is my website, mooresandmasonry.org. If anyone who wants to get my books, Moors and Masonry Part 1, Moors and Masonry Part 2, How Our Venus and Moon Rule, Etymology and Vocabulary, the Masonic Complement Square, and the connection to measurement and timekeeping, go to mooresandmasonry.org. I have a thought explosive topic for you today. Yes, indeed. I always want to give our shout out to Brother Hank, Uncle Hank. Thank you, brother. All right, this is going in my third year, y'all. Third year on Magnets, Crystals, Pyramids, Moorish Monday. My third year. All right, so today's topic. An artificial world appearing to be real. An artificial world appearing to be real. The erosion of nationalities and cultural identities through the artificial racial categories of black, white, red, brown, and yellow. What is Abdullah going to talk about today? What is this topic? A fictional world. What are you talking about, Abdullah? A fictional world? This is a real world, Abdullah. I'm real. What do you talk about this fictional world? It ain't no fictional world, Abdullah. What are you saying, this fictional world? That the sun, we got the moon, isn't that the sun and moon real? What do you mean by fictional world, Abdullah? Appearing to be real. What does that mean? Well, we're going to dive into it. Now you've heard all your life statements like, we saw a white man walking down the street. Donald Trump is a white man. You hear things like that. Hear these black people and, what do you look like? Black or white? What are you? I'm black. Man, these white people think they're so privileged. White supremacists. So you hear, you will hear statements. And let me get my result to my list here. So let's dive into this. What is this fictional world that Abdullah is talking about? So if we're looking at, so you hear white, the white people, white person, free white person, white identity, white privilege, white supremacists, white supremacy, white power. And yeah, my dear sister, my dear beloved sister, Jasmine Crockett, who is a member of the United States House of Representatives from Texas. And my dear beloved sister, she's constantly ranting about these white men, white privilege, and white supremacy. You hear her speaking, and you really think that this white that white refers to actual people? Like that white identifies actual people? Yeah, dummy Abdullah. Yes, white refers to actual living, breathing people. Dummy Abdullah. Man, Hank, this guy's an idiot. Hank, Abdul's an idiot. Why is he talking about if white refers to actual living people? Hank, doesn't Abdullah know that Donald Trump's a white man? Isn't Donald Trump an actual living? Like, what is he talking about? White is white referring to actual living people? Does it? That's the fictional world appearing to be real that I'm talking about. That you're saying that a word white and a word black. So if it refers to actual people, black and white actually refers to actual living, breathing, natural people, then it would be, then you can prove to me, I'm an idiot for now, but we're gonna see who I ain't gonna say it, but I'm an idiot for now. So you have to prove to me through documentary evidence. We go back 10,000 years, 500 years. You want to? You go back 100, 30,000 years. Show me through archaeological, through documentary evidence that white and black, brown and red and yellow, and particularly white and black identifies the nationalities of a people. Show me through documentary evidence, treaties, constitutions, multilateral treaties, embassy records, consulate records, amity records, war records, state records, captivity records. Show me through those documentary evidence that white and black identify their nationalities, national origin, ancestry, pedigree, lineage, parentage, genealogy, consanguinity, national sovereignty, inheritance, heritage, birthright, national constitution, national flags, national seals, national coat of arms, international personality of law, multilateral treaties of people. This that identify. Just show me through documentary evidence. Through the law of nations, family of nations. Let me add those two. That's all. Then I'll be an idiot. I'll be an idiot all day long. If you can show me through documentary evidence that white and black identifies the following, that my whole list of 20, 25. We got to set the stage. If Abdullah is an idiot or not. Let's set the stage now. The white and black refer to actual living natural beings. Nationality identify actual living beings. National origin refers to the national origin, or where it originate from, dealing with their national origin and nationality connection, that refers to actual living beings. The genealogy refers to the family, the inheritance of family connection, of dealing with family records and their line of descent of actual living beings. Consanguinity, CON, is the prefix. Sanguine is blood. Identifies the quality, entity, abstract noun of actual living beings. Pedigree refers to the family tree. Ped means foot. Gree, Gree, with the root form of guru, Guru, tree, family tree of actual living beings. Descent, all right, down from, send, down from actual living beings. Scottish, or Irish, or Polish, or Russian, or Burkina Faso, or Senegalese, or Zimbabwean, Chinese, or Japanese, or identify actual living beings. But you're telling me that white and black identify actual, that white, first identify, hold on, let's stop there. Do white and black identify? I'm an idiot for now. I'll be an idiot for now. I'll be an idiot for now. Do white and black identify? Does white identify? Hold on. All right, now hold on. Let's see. White. I'm identify. White. No, Abdullah. This is Abdullah. This is you have a paper towel in your hand, Abdullah. You have a napkin. You have a napkin. No, it's not a napkin. Because no, it's not a napkin. This is white. I mean, it's identifying. I'm identifying the object The thing that I have in my hand is called white. The thing. No, Abdullah. No, dummy, Abdullah. I'm lost. I'm lost here. Cause I do, when I read some authors, they do have they I heard this term white identity. I'm lost. So white so this don't this oh no, Abdullah, this is you have a napkin in your hand. No, I don't have a napkin. Why you keep calling this a napkin? It's white. It's a white. It's a white. No, Abdullah, it's a napkin. No, it's a white. No, Abdullah, it's a napkin. No, it's a. What's wrong with these people, man? Why do they keep calling this a napkin? Hank, what's wrong with these people? Why they calling this a napkin? It's a white. Hold on, I'm lost. Cause I read some white identity. I thought white identifies. This is not a napkin. This is a white. Let me find. I'm lost, man. Oh, what is this? What's this? This is a bottle. No, this is not a bottle of. Why y'all calling this a bottle of correction fluid? This is not a bottle of correction fluid. This is a white. Doesn't white identify? Because we keep saying you saying white. White, like it's being used as if white. The way white is used as if it's identifying. Like, why are they saying white and white people and why do these terms exist? White people and black people and brown people. Their identities? People aren't. I'm lost. Why not? Their identities? So white and black and brown and yellow and red identify people's consanguinities? White and black identify people's ancestry? White and black identifies people's national origin? White and black identify people's national sovereignty? White and black identifies people's family names? White and black identifies people's lineage and descent and consanguinity? White and black identifies people's national flag? White and black identify people's national constitution? White and black identifies people's national coat of arms? White and black identifies treaties or multilateral treaties? White and black identifies the law of nations? White and black identifies the family of nations? White and black identifies the international personality of law? See the fictional world appearing to be real. Fictional world appearing to be real. White and black do not identify anything. Describe but not identified. Why are they being used for people? Why are they being used for people? Where did that come from? Where white and black and yellow and red and brown being used for people? that doesn't align with the principles of the law of nations. There's no character, never been known, white and black, have never been known or been recognized as belonging to the family of nations. White and black have never been known or been recognized by the inhabitants of countries as having the taking of the character of nationality, civil, and political polity. These are principles of jurisprudence. These are well-established principles of civilized order, of governance, of trade and commerce, of constitutions, of civilized order, of ancestry and genealogy and descent and national origin and consanguinities. White and black are outside of that, having no character of nationality or civil or political polity. Follow the principles of which I speak. We measure white and black, red, brown, and yellow by well-established principles of jurisprudence and civilized order and law nation principles, of family nation principles. Those are the standards of universal governance. It's not all that, my brothers and sisters. I know it's the fictional world, appearing to be real. The basic tool for the manipulation of reality is the manipulation of words. Those who control the meaning of words control the people who must use them. Philip K. Dick, I'll say it again. The basic tool for the manipulation of reality is the manipulation of words. Those who control the meaning of words control the people who must use them. So black and white have been manipulated and been referred to people, have been manipulated, taking us out of the real world and into a fictional world where the principles of the law of nations do not live. The principles of human rights and principles of nationality and ancestry and lineage and descent, inheritance do not live. But who created the fictional world and who's controlling the fictional world? So let's go to the making of this fictional world. The making of the fictional world. Here we go. 1684. New division of the earth. Francois Bonner. New division of the earth. New. So that's new. That means it's not established. New division of the earth. That means it's not established. What's the old division? What's the old division based in, Abdullah? The old division of the earth is based in. Prior to 1684, Abdullah, what was the established division of the earth? What is the established division of the earth based in, Abdullah, prior to 1684? I'm glad you asked. Nationalities, ancestry, lineages, descents, national origins, consanguinities, pedigrees, parentage, constitutions, treaties, national sovereignties, kingdoms, empires, clans, emirates, caliphates, beylicates, delegates, houses, royal houses, dynasties, dynastic powers, inheritance, heritage, culture, international trade and commerce, wars and settlement of wars through treaties, agreements and covenants. But if you're taken out of the real world and placed into the fictional world, you're not thinking this. Black, white. What color are you? What color are you? What color is he? Black or white? Color people. People of color. African American. What do he look like? Black or white? What is he? A white. Who is he? He's white. Donald Trump's a white man. We had the first black president. Barack Obama's a black man. That's the fictional world, appearing to be real. So it's the fictional world because it appears to be real through social engineering. That's all you hear. Black and white. Black and white. Black and white. What color is he? That's the fictional world. So if you don't have the real world principles to measure the fictional world. Now, Jasmine Crockett will understand what I'm talking about. But because Jasmine Crockett is so tied into the fictional world, Jasmine Crockett is intelligent. For me to say that she won't understand, I mean that I'm saying that she's not intelligent. She is. She's so tied into the fictional world. If I were to have a conversation, she would understand, but she might play dumb. Jasmine Crockett may play dumb around me because she's so tied into the fictional world. Her constituency, everything she does, everything that Jasmine Crockett does is tied into the fictional world. White supremacists, these white men, the white privileges, she's tied in. Not that she wouldn't understand. So she's in a compromising position. Because black and white have no basis, no foundation in real world civilized order principles of governance, of civil and political polity, and of the character of nationality, of the family of nations, of the law of nation principles, of constitutions and treaties and embassies and consulates. No, there's no connection with that basis for that in the real world. But in the fictional world, Daffy Duck is real. Appears to be real, rather. In the fictional world, Daffy Duck appears to be real. In the fictional world, Happy the Clown appears to be real. In the fictional world, Yosemite Sam appears to be real. Anything appears to be real in the fictional world. However, it can be measured, but the fictional world can be measured by the real world. So tonight, my brothers and sisters, we're learning how to measure the fictional world appearing to be real by real world jurisprudential, law nations, family and nations, established principles of civilized order. That's what you're learning tonight. The fictional world can be challenged by the real world, well-established jurisprudential principles of civilized order, of law nations and family and nations, character of nationality and civil and political polity principles can be challenged and eradicated. Talk to me. Abdullah, you're an idiot. The white man don't care what you call yourself. Fictional world. Fictional world. So you said the white man don't care what we call ourselves. Fictional world. Now, this fictional world, you have those of English and Irish and Scottish and Russian and German and Polish and Dutch descent, using the fictional language and fictional world of white men, Shriners and mystics. They don't care. All right, I'm challenging that. They don't care. I'm challenging that. 206 shrine temples. Ancient Arabic order of the Nobles of the Mystic Shrine, now called Shriners International, established in 1872. Over 206 shrine temples, each wear the burgundy Moorish fez. Use what? Moorish names for their shrine temples. Their shrine temples are designed in the form of Moorish architecture. You wear a lot of that throughout over the past 120, 40 years. There are many different temples and their annual Shriners Parade are decked out in full Moorish regalia. The Pragmatica, Philip II of Spain, King of Spain, 1567. His edict, called the Pragmatica of 1567, forbidding the Moors, stripping the Moors of their cultural identity, forbidding the Moors to speak Arabic, forbidding the Moors to wear their Moorish fez, forbidding the Moors to wear their Moorish regalia, forbidding the Moors to practice their Moorish customs and traditions and festivals, violating the Treaty of Granada of 1491. Moors in it. But as you have people say, the white man don't care what you call yourself. Well, they're not. White's not a white man. White is not. White's a fiction. Man is real, but white's a fiction. Saying white man. We're speaking fictional in the fictional world. It's artificial world that they created and control. So in this fictional world, the United States Supreme Court, the United States Congress. So let me before I go there, that's the fictional world. Let's go to this fictional world appearing to be real. It's a fictional world appearing to be real. All right, 1684, called Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, Euro-Asian, Sub-Saharan African, East and Northeast Asian, Sami Lapps, S-A-M-I Lapps, L-A-P-P-S. Those are the four classifications that's in Johann, called Francois Bonner's New Division of the Earth. That's 1684. So we have in 1758, we're looking at 58, 68, 68, 70, 76. 76 years later, in his 10th edition of Systema Naturae, Carl Linnaeus, in expanding on Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, but now Carl Linnaeus, the four classifications in his 3rd edition, in his 10th edition of 1758, Systema Naturae. Homo Europaeus Albicus. Homo, H-O-M-O, Europaeus, R-E-U-R-O-P-A-E-U-S, Albicus, A-L-B-E-S-C-U-S. All right, that's white European, translated. White, pale skin. Homo Americus Rapicus. Homo H-M-O Americanus A-M-E-R-I-C-A-N-U-S Repescus R-E-B-E-S-C-U-S Red American, redder skin. Homo Asiaticus Luriduxis. Homo H-M-O Asiaticus A-S-I-A-T-I-C-U-S Luridusis L-U-R-I-D-U-S-I-S yellow skin Asian. Homo Africanus Niger. Homo H-O-M-O Africanus A-F-R-I-C-A-N-U-S Niger N-I-G-R dark skin black African. So Carl Linnaeus in his 10th edition 1758, he used black, white, red, and yellow, and I gave you the Latin words describing the complexion of those living in 4 continents. Then we have in 1795, the German anthropologist Johann Friedrich Blumenbach in his 3rd edition of De Generis Humani Varietate Nativa on the natural variety of mankind, his 3rd edition, 1795, and expanding on Carl Linnaeus' work. Here's his classification. Caucasian. So Johann Friedrich Blumenbach maintained white, yellow, black, and red. He maintained that. He expanded. He's expanding on Carl Linnaeus' work. So he associated using Carl Linnaeus' work. So remember, white, black, red, and yellow was already set as a classification by Carl Linnaeus in his 10th edition of Systema Naturae, 1758. Carl Johann Friedrich Boombach in his 3rd edition of On the Natural Variety of Mankind associated Caucasian with white, associated Mongolian with yellow, associated Ethiopian with black, associated American with red. He associated Malayan with brown. But brown did not exist. Carl Linnaeus, red, black, white, red, and yellow. Four classifications, Carl Linnaeus. Johann Friedrich Boombach has 5 classes. He expanding on, once again, Carl Linnaeus' work. Johann Friedrich Boombach added a 5th class, brown. Malayan, associated Malayan with brown. He also, Carl Linnaeus, associated Caucasian with white. Caucasian are those living in the region of the Caucasus Mountains. So everyone that looks like Donald Trump is not a Caucasian. Once again, everyone that looks like Donald Trump is not a Caucasian. The Caucasians are those who lived in the region of the Caucasus Mountains. Abdullah. So now you're learning why everybody that looks like Donald Trump is called a Caucasian, because Carl Linnaeus, once again, the basic tool for the manipulation of reality is the manipulation of words. Those who control the meaning of words control the people who must use them. Francois Bernier, Johann Friedrich Boombach controlling, manipulating, and stripping Caucasian of its original sense and application, manipulating its meaning, and place Caucasian into the white category, which was established by Johann Carl Linnaeus. He in turn manipulated. So now on job application, you see Caucasian / white. Of course, we're not thinking, we're not thinking, in the 3rd edition of Johann Friedrich Boombach, did y'all, the 3rd edition, y'all. See, you're gonna fill out job application. You see Caucasian / white. You're not thinking, 3rd edition, on natural variety of mankind, 1795. Yeah, Carl Linnaeus, Johann Friedrich Boombach. He's, manipulated and stripped the Caucasian of its original sense of those, living in the Caucasus Mountain region. You're not thinking that. A fictional world appearing to be real. You're socially engineered into that. You're socially groomed into that. White / Caucasian, 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 white / Caucasian. You don't think anything other than that. Donald Trump's Caucasian. You're not thinking any of that. You're not thinking Caucasus Mountain region. See the manipulation? The basic tool, the control through manipulation of words. All right, so let's set the table straight now. So let's continue with the United States Congress. In the late 1700s, in late 1789, the United States Congress, which was the first Congress, I think it was the first Congress, I believe, or maybe the third Congress. In the late 1789, not 6 months or so after the Constitution was put into effect, the United States Constitution brought into effect, Congress convened to draft the 1790 United States Naturalization Act. The term free white person. But where did Congress get that from? Where did Congress get associating white with European? Let's go back. Let's see where that come from. Where did that come from? That didn't come from Congress. That didn't come from Congress. Let's go back, y'all. It didn't come from Congress. 17. Oh, Carl Linnaeus. 1758. Systematical 10th edition. That's where Congress got it. It was already, you're talking about 1758 to 1789. Come on, y'all, follow me, my brothers and sisters. Follow me. 1758, 1795, 1789. So 17, that's 28 years, almost 29, almost 30 years. So almost 30 years. I mean, keep in mind, Carl Linnaeus was very influential. Carl Linnaeus ain't no little slouch now. Carl Linnaeus was very influential now. Here we go. Charles Darwin's grandfather, Erasmus Darwin, before Charles Darwin was born, Charles Darwin translated Carl Linnaeus' work from Latin to English. He translated so Carl Linnaeus is influencing. Carl Linnaeus influenced Charles Darwin's grandfather. Charles Darwin was influenced by Carl Linnaeus. Carl Linnaeus' work was adopted by several major universities. This man ain't no slouch. What I'm saying matters. You got to put it in context. You got to set the stage. And who Carl Linnaeus was. So let's go back again. Homo Europeus Alpicus. So here we go. Homo, HMO, EURO, PAEUS, ALBESCUS. So associating white with European that was not first used by United States Congress, where they applied white to European, those of European descent. that was not originally come from the United States Congress. United States Congress adopted Carl Linnaeus. They took from Carl Linnaeus' established work of his third edition of Systema Naturae. That ain't law. This is part of research, y'all. So we can have a solid, strong argument based in documentary evidence. If you want to challenge something, you got to have legs in which to challenge it. The free white person. That's a fictional world. Here we go. You know I'm just getting started. I'm just heating up. Just getting started. I haven't done African American yet, but I'm still on white. Equal opportunity, y'all. So let me looking for my notes here on this read. So those who just joining me, and those who've been with me for the past hour, 52 minutes, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, let the like button, let people know that we're on. That we're live and direct. Just looking for this one page to read already. I think I found it. All right, peace. Once again, go to my website, mooresandmasonry.org. Go to my website, mooresandmasonry.org. All right, so I'm looking for my notes dealing with the prioritization, but I want to read it directly. Just give me one more minute here. Peace, everyone. Thank you for joining me and being patient with me. Greatly appreciate that. All right. Let me see. Doctor, I can't find it. I thought I saw it earlier. All right, it might be in another this notebook here. Might be walking down the wrong notebook. All right. You know what? I had the wrong notebook. All right, here we go. Because I purchased a no notebook a couple of days ago, early last week. All right. So the United States Supreme Court's common knowledge, common understanding, common man's understanding approach for determining who was white person, free white person, particularly in naturalization cases, relied on popular understanding, established that a white person met someone that common man recognized as white and used as a standard used to exclude Asian and other immigrants by defining white person socially and culturally, leading to the landmark rulings like United States versus Thin, 1923, and Ozawa versus United States, 1922. The United States Supreme Court prioritized common sense perceptions. Now you would have those who would say that the United States Supreme Court, there's writers and other scholars will write that the United States Supreme Court prioritize common sense perceptions over biological and scientific. But Abdullah Bey is going to use well-established principles of civilized order. The United States Supreme Court prioritized common sense perceptions, the common understanding, common knowledge of white over the well-established principles of the law of nations, the well-established principles of the character of nationality in civil and political polity, over the well-established principles of the family of nations, over the well-established principles of ancestry and lineage, consanguinity, national origin, descent, over the national sovereignty, national constitutions. Common understanding, common sense. You idiot, Abdullah. Isn't it common sense, Abdullah, idiot, that Donald Trump's a white man? Isn't that common sense, Abdullah? Hey, who's this idiot? This idiot don't know that? This idiot Abdullah doesn't know that it's common sense that Donald Trump's a white man? This idiot Abdullah doesn't know that that's the that is common knowledge that Donald Trump's a white man? This idiot Abdullah doesn't know that it's commonly understood that Donald Trump's a white man? Who's this idiot, Hank? I'm an idiot. I'll be an idiot for now. Got you. I'll be an idiot for now. (1758), Carl Linnaeus, 10th edition, Systema Naturae. Classify. So we know we said that. So there's common sense, common knowledge, common understanding approach that the United States Congress set in 1790 in the United States Naturalization Act, that the United States Supreme Court used in cases between the Civil War in 1952, 100 years plus, to determine in naturalization cases who can be a United States citizen based on the common sense, common knowledge, common understanding approach of who is white. That is in a direct violation of Jewish prudence. That is in the established principles. A direct, this does not align with the principles of the law of nations, of the family of nations, of the character of nationality in civil or political polity, of inheritance, of birthright, of heritage, of national sovereignties, of ancestries, lineages, consanguinities, pedigrees, genealogies, descent. The United States Supreme Court didn't use that. To determine who's be a United States citizen. United States shall establish, the United States Congress shall establish a uniform system of naturalization. That's in direct violation of the United States Constitution. The 1790 United States Naturalization Act is in fact it's a direct violation of the United States Constitution. What the United States Supreme Court did for over 100 years, cases and naturalization cases, to determine and using a common sense, common knowledge, common understanding approach to determine who could be United States based on the common understanding, common knowledge, common sense of who's white, and use that as a standard is a direct violation of the United States Constitution. It's the direct violations of the family of nations and direct violations of the law of nations. White having no character of nationality or civil or political polity. It's not white privilege. Once again, Hank, who's this fool? Who's this fool, Hank? Hank, Abdul is an idiot. He says it's not white privilege. No, it's not. The privilege is they forced us into a fictional world, and they're using a fictional world that they created and they control. That's the privilege. It's not white privilege. Because white doesn't identify a people. The privilege is, once again, is that they forced us into a fictional world appearing to be real. And that they are in a fictional world dealing with us in a fictional world appearing to be real that they created and that they control. That's the privilege. The privilege is in the fictional world that they created and they control. Johann Friedrich Bohm, Francois Bernier, 1684, the New Division of Earth, Carl Linnaeus in his 10th edition of Systema Natura, Johann Friedrich Bombach in his 3rd edition of On the Natural Value of Mankind. They forced us into a fictional world and deal with us in a fictional world that they created and that they control. That's the privilege. But so as long as we play with them, as long as we deal with them in the fictional world that they created and they control, they will forever be in control. We're dealing with them in the fictional world that they created and they control. Which what? The fictional world that they created and they control suppresses our Moorish history, suppresses our Moorish nationality, suppresses our pre-existing Moorish sovereignty, suppresses and keeps buried our pre-existing Moorish treaty rights, our pre-existing more statehood. It suppresses the character of nationality and civil and political polity. It suppresses the principles of nationality, ancestry, lineage, consanguinity, genealogy, parentage, pedigree, inheritance, national sovereignty, national origin, national descent, national constitutions, national flags, the family of nation, the law of nations. It suppresses those principles. We're in black and white. What color are you? Black and white. Donald Trump's a white man. Barack Obama's a black man. See, we're in the fictional world. My brothers and sisters, we have no chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. In the fictional world and dealing with them, when you're talking about, if you're talking about restoration and restitution and reversion, we have no chance, no chance, no chance, no chance, no future, no future, no future for our children as long as we deal with them in the fictional world that they created and that they control. No chance. Come out of her. Come out of her. I mean, come out of the fictional world. Appearing to be real that they created and that they control. Suppressing our Moorish nationality, our Moorish pre-existing sovereignty, our Moorish pre-existing polity, our Moorish pre-existing systems of government, our more pre-existing independence, our Moorish pre-existing statehood. Human rights protections, our more pre-existing recognition and acknowledgement among the family of nations, our more pre-existing place among the family of nations and the law of nations suppresses that. We're in a fictional world, appearing to be real that they created and they control. We have no chance. No chance. Zero chance of a better future for our children. It ain't happening, Captain. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Ain't no better future for our children in the fictional world. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. No chance for a better future for our children. It ain't happening in the fictional world. Let me go to African American. So some they'll jump with, I'm African American. African American, having no character of nationality, African American, have never been known or been recognized by the family of nations. African American have never been known or been recognized as having anything partaking of the character of nationality, have never been known or been recognized by the inhabitants of countries as having anything partaking of the character of nationality and civil and political polity. So let's look at African American. I came prepared. The term African American, analyzed in the context of nationality, national origin, family of nations, and the law of nations, public international law. The term African American constitutes 3 continents, an isthmus, and adjoining islands. The three continents are Africa, North America, South America. The isthmus is Central America, and you have the adjoining islands that constitutes the term African American. The term African American does not identify the following: nationality, having no character of nationality; civil and political polity, having no character of civil and political polity; national origin, national sovereignty, national state, the nation state, national constitution, national flag, national seal, national coat of arms, international personality of law, treaties, embassies, ambassadors, consulates, consuls, consul generals, charge d'affaires, passports, etc. So you don't think you're going to jump to African American, having no character, never been known or been recognized as belonging to the family of nations. African American, never been known or been recognized by the inhabitants of countries of anything partaking of the character of nationality and civil and political polity. Now let's go to color. So we have the word color. A word, the etymology of the word color. So we have this word color that's been applied to people. And what does that mean in the international law? What does it mean to in international law for a word color that means etymologically hide or conceal, that means legally a simulacrum, artificial, distinguished from that which is real, an appearance, a semblance, pretext. And that, so distinguished from that which is real, disguise, concealing, artificial. And that word is applied by a state, i.e. United States, to people. That's called subjugation in international law. Stripping a people of their cultural identity, renaming and reclassifying people, and placing them into a dehumanizing category. Placing them to a dehumanizing category. That which has no character of nationality or civil or political polity, that has never been known or been recognized by the family of nations, that has never been known or been recognized by the inhabitants of countries, of having a character of anything partaking of the character of nationality and civil and political polity. That removes them from the status of human, the status of human being, the category of humanity. That removes them from the family of nations, that removes them from the law of nations, that strips them of their humanity, strips them of their human dignity. That a state does it, our United States. That's a violation of human rights laws. That's culture genocide. This is major. These are major violations on behalf of the United States. And we're talking about for over 200 years. For over 200 years. We live in a fictional world appearing to be real. White, black. What color are you? Colored people. National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. The Negro Improvement Association. As I said before, Carl Linnaeus in his 10th edition of Systema Naturae used black, white, red, and yellow in Latin and applied to describe the complexion of those living in 4 continents. Describe the complexion. So colored people, people of colored, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Colored people. How did the word color, which means etymologically hide or conceal, which means legally artificial, pretext, distinguished from that which is real, a semblance, an appearance, a simulacrum, disguise, come to refer to complexion, pigmentations, skin tone, and shade. His name is Carl Linnaeus, the Swedish naturalist, in his 10th edition, 1758, of Systema Naturae, using black, white, red, red and yellow, Albus, Niger, Luritus, to describe the complexion of people in 4 continents. There you have it. And that the United States courts have used that that they call common understanding or common knowledge or common man's understanding of color and associated that with people. The EEOC, United States courts, use what they call the common sense, common knowledge, common understanding of color for people, having no basis in jurisprudence, having no basis in the character, having no character pertaining with no character of nationality or civil or political polity, having no basis in the law of nations, having no basis in the family of nations, have never been known or been recognized by the family of nations, have never been known or been recognized by the inhabitants of countries, of anything partaking of the character of nationality and civil and political polity, having no basis in ancestry, lineage, consanguinity, genealogy, national origin, pedigree, parentage, birthright, national sovereignty, national constitution, national coat of arms, national flags, national seals, having no basis in the international personality of law, having no basis in descent, in succession, inheritance, and heritage, having no basis in culture, and ethnicity and ethnicity. In the United States, courts use what? The EOC uses what? We don't, without, we as long as we live in the fictional world, we don't think this way. Because we live in we're in a fictional world. Black, white, colored, people of color, color only, white only, colored people. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the Negro Improvement Association, the Negro League, Black Power, Black people, white power, white supremacists, white men, fictional world. So we don't think in what? The real world. So let's look at Negro. Negro is a Spanish word. In Spanish grammar, its function is that of an adjective. Zapato negro, negro zapato, black shoe. Black is a modern English word. In English grammar, its function is that of an adjective. Black shoe. Negro, Spanish grammar, adjective, describing inanimate objects. Negro zapato. Black, modern English grammar, its function is describing inanimate objects. What does it mean, Abdullah, for a state, a United States, to use Negro to classify, living beings, that walk and, living beings, and classify them as Negro and Black? That's called subjugation, stripping a people of their cultural identity, removing them from a status of a people and nation to a what? Fictitious, artificial, racial category. That is subjugation in international law, culture genocide, removing a people of their sovereignty. It's been going on for over 200 years, and that by the hands of the United States. Place them into a category that dehumanizes them, that strips them of their human dignity, that strips them of their humanity. Moves them out of the law of nations, out of humanity, human rights laws. It's bringing the right argument, my brothers and sisters. We got to get out of the fictional world appearing to be real. I'm making it plain tonight. I'm making it plain tonight because I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it, my brothers and sisters. I'm bringing it. All right, so let me continue here. The evolution of the common sense, common knowledge standard. The United States Naturalization Act of 1790 limited citizenship to free white persons. In the absence of a clear statutory definition, lower courts often deferred to the prevailing common understanding of race. within their local communities to decide on a case by case basis who met this requirement. The 1923 case, United States versus Begat Sin Din, Thind, a man born in India, argued he was eligible for naturalization because he because he classified as a Caucasian or Aryan, which a previous United States court case, Oswald versus United States 1922, had linked to white and whiteness. The United States Supreme Court rejected Thin's argument, stating that the term white person in the 1790 United States Naturalization Act should be interpreted in accordance with the understanding of the common man. Should be interpreted in accordance with the understanding of the common man. Y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know such an approach was ever taken. Oh, y'all call it white privilege, white supremacy, white power. Fictional world appearing to be real. White supremacy, right? White fictional world sound like Jasmine Crockett. Appearing to be real. We have no power. We have no chance in the fictional world. We have no chance at a better future for our children. It ain't happening, Captain. We have no chance. They created it and they control it. It suppresses our Moorish our collective Moorish history. It suppresses our Moorish nationality. It suppresses our pre-existing Moorish sovereignty. It suppresses our pre-existing Moorish statehood. It suppresses our status as an old and original state. It suppresses our pre-existing connection to the family of nations. It suppresses our pre-existing Moorish culture and philosophy, Moorish fairs. And so the Shriners, these European Shriners and mystics, 206 shrine temples, ancient Arabic order of the Nobles of the Mystic Shrine, established in 1872, now known as Shriners International, 150 grotto temples, the mystic order of the Veiled Prophet of the Chanted Realm, established in 1850. They use the black Moorish fast. They wear the black Moorish fast. And they what? Moorish names. So that's 336 Moorish names, 206 shrine temples, 150 grotto temples. Over 350 Moorish names. And they gonna matter, right? I got you. What are you basing that on? That's not gonna matter. What are you basing it on? Revealing the truth is not gonna matter. What are you basing it on? Like, give me some basis on what you're saying that it's not going to matter. You're wasting your time. You wasted 33 years of your life, Abdullah. You wasted 33 years of your life. Is that what you're saying to me? That I wasted 33 years of my life? That ain't gonna matter. The white man don't care about what your country count. What are you basing that on? If it ain't gonna matter, have them use C-SPAN and CNN and ABC and NBC and just tell us who we are. Use ABC, use NBC, use C-SPAN, use your newspapers, and tell us who we are. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. So since you say it's not going to matter, won't they just tell us who we are then? They tell us the truth about who we are then. If it's just not going to matter, if it's not going to matter, if it's not going to matter, why did Philip II in 1567 do the Pragmatica forbade the Moors from speaking Arabic, forbade the Moors from using their cultural identity, forbade the Moors from wearing their Moorish fezzes and turbans, forbade the Moors from wearing the Moorish regalia, forbade the Moors, and since it's not going to matter, and violated the Treaty of Granada, November 25th, 1491, since it's not going to matter. Because I've heard that. I don't make stuff up. I've heard. But that's just a way in which people can just try to attempt to dismiss what you're saying. It ain't going to matter. No, the white man ain't going to care anyway. And Let me see if I got we have any questions going on. We got about 25 minutes to dance with. I got 25 minutes left to dance. Ooh, let me see what I have here. I got a lot, man. Ooh, man, I got about jeez. I got over 100 comments, man. Honors to all for uplifting fallen humanity. Setting ill, love, true peace, freedom, justice. Questions, I honor. So prophet, really. Seems like something I can. Seems like yesterday. Peace, brother. Peace. Set the stage, Abdullah. We hear you. All right, that's brother. That's from Setting Ill Bay 707. All right. Yes. Speak. Soul Food 33. Zion Bay, we need you, Abdullah. Don't hold your breath. Peace. Nadine Figueroa Bay. I use a white paper to demonstrate that. White out. Adjectives. All right. And Albion asked me, what would I call him if I wasn't white? I said an Albion from Europe. He said that made sense to him. Well, Nadine, let's look at that though. It's not what you call him. So let's analyze that. All right. That's all right. That's Nadine has here. And Albion asked me what I call him if he wasn't white. I said Albion from Europe. He said that made sense to him. that Nadine is not based on you calling him anything. It's based on who he is by ancestry. It ain't based on you calling. It's not based on him calling himself. Thank you, Nadine, because this gave me opportunity to do what I do. Who he is not based on him calling himself. Who he is not based on Nadine calling him. Who he is by what? Based on consanguinity, his ancestry, lineage, descent, pedigree, genealogy. Not based on him even calling him. Meaning, all right, a Chinese is not a Chinese because the Chinese calls themselves Chinese. It ain't based on her calling himself Chinese. It's not determined by him calling her somebody. It was not determined by him, a Chinese calling himself Chinese. That's not the determination. It's determined by his ancestry, lineage, descent, consanguinity. Let's put the measuring sticks, not calling. Ain't no self-identification. Ain't no calling. It's not based on calling oneself. Please, my brothers and sisters, this is a very important concept. Please follow me. Please follow me. A French national, a French citizen in France, travels to Germany. The French national in Germany cannot become a German citizen by merely saying, I'm a German citizen. I'm German. I call myself German, or I call myself a German citizen. It's not based on that. It's not based on the French national calling himself. It's based on what? The French national meeting the requirements of German naturalization based on the German Naturalization Act. We have to use the established principles. So it ain't based on you calling yourself. You ain't a Moor because you call yourself a Moor. It ain't based in that. Ancestry, lineage, descent, consanguinity, national origin, nationality. It's never been based in calling oneself. That's a misconcept. Thank you, Nadine. Appreciate you. Thank you. Sharpening our concepts are major. It's very important. Because those little is actually it's not little. My bad. There's no little. There's no such thing as little. There's no such thing as minor as that. When you're talking about conceptual understanding. I will continue to call myself Black because it has language in Haiti, in South Sudan. I mean, you're not hurting me. I mean, and one, we never call ourselves Black because that's a stripping. So when you say, I will continue to call myself Black because it has language in Haiti and South Sudan. Black has no character. Black has never been known. or been recognized by the family nations. Black has never been known or been recognized by the inhabitants of countries of having partaking of the character of nationality and civil and political polity. Black has no basis in the law of nations, the family of nations, and ancestry, lineage, consanguinity, descent, pedigree, national origin, national flag, national constitutions, national sovereignties, national coat of arms, national flags, the international personality law, inheritance, birthright, heritage, have no basis. Like this emotional, I will continue to call myself black because it has language in Haiti and South Sudan, though it doesn't have what basis in the family of nations, though it has never been recognized or been known by the family of nations, though it has never been recognized and been known by the inhabitants of countries of pertaining of the partaking of the character of nationality and civil political polity, though it has no basis in ancestry, lineage, nationality, pedigree, consanguinity, national origin, national sovereignty, national constitutions, national seals, national inheritance, heritage, birthright, international law, international personality law. We cannot look at this emotionally. A fictional world that they live, that they create. We cannot look at this emotionally. This recalcitrant. I will continue to call myself black because we cannot look at this emotionally. I'm laying out the principles, my brothers and sisters. This is why I repeated about 4, 5, 6, 7 times. When used as people, being colored, hide, conceal, distinguished from that which is real, simulated, artificial, pretext, counterfeit, fake, that's set in ill. Thank you, brother. Sandra Austin, 1798. Welcome, peace family. Jarawa, 1721. My skin blackens in all right, in the summer. Seton Il Bay. Follow the principles, jurisprudence, civilized order, universal governance. There you go. Nadine, tell her like it is. All right, 17. Seton Il, see with Seton Il. We are destroyed. Lack of knowledge. Real war is the attack on the state of mind. Right on, brother. That mind of our ancient ancestors who use these real world principles to civilize the world. Renew your mind. Right on. Kenneth L. Bay, 730, 17, 70, 7237. Greetings to the Moorish Moroccans. Nadine, identity swapping is what they are doing. Let's analyze that, Nadine. They're not doing identity swapping. No, they're not doing identity swapping, Nadine. All right, let's analyze what Nadine is saying. So I want to see how. Just watch me demonstrate, my brothers. I'm demonstrating, y'all. I'm demonstrating what etymology, grammar, semantics has done for me. I'm demonstrating. Identity swapping is what they are doing. Let me give an example of identity swapping. Identity swapping would be if they had classified us as Chinese. That's identity swapping. They've classified when the Moors classified as that's identity swapping, because Moors national identity, nationality, Chinese and national identity, identity. You have to have equal identity. All right, black's not identity, so it's not identity swapping. Nickel's not identity. Color's not identity. People of color's not identity. Black's not identity, so it's not identity swapping. It has to be what if more for Russian, more for German, more for Italian, more for French. That's identity swapping. More for black. That's not because black's not identity, so it's not identity swapping. So they've never done an identity swapping. It's identity stripping. Because identity swapping would not be dehumanizing. Identity stripping is, but not identity swapping, because it'd be, more for Chinese, because that's still an identity. That still has character of nationality. It's humanized. It's not it's not identity. It's identity stripping for us, not identity swapping. Thank you for Nadine. I just wanted you just follow me, my brothers and sisters. How I did that. Systematic erasure of Moorish culture. It's a systematic eraser of Moorish culture. So it's a erasure of our Moorish identity. A direct violation of the Treaty of Grenada, 1491, protecting Moorish personal rights. Yup. Abdul Muhammad. Classification of humans. Framework was established. Eurasia. Go ahead. Yup. He put it. Thank you, Set Neil. Set Neil again by 1758. Colonnade, Sweden. Yup. Thank you for this, brother. Added colors coincide with four. Thank you, brother, for this. For you putting that down for me. You appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Sanil laid it down. All the stuff for Sanil. 735. He actually put these notes down. Thank you. According to law, colors, appearance, simulacrum as distinguished from that. Yeah, he put these notes. Thank you, brother. And you been working it, brother. Thank you. I see what you did. I got you. I followed. Thank you, brother. Let's go to the notes, y'all. Let's go to the comment section. Neil, put these. Put down some notes for me, so that way you can actually see. Definitely. Thank you. You're teaching good, Abdullah. Right on. You gotta lay it down, because other than that, we have no chance. You gotta give the people solid foundation. You gotta give them solid foundation, solid references, so they can be armed. We gotta arm our people with what? Proper concept, with knowledge. All right, I have 10 minutes. They set us up for the continued subjugation through ignorance and paper genocide. Right. See differential etiology in reference to methodological Congress has and is using to construct the language. All right. Differential etiology. All right. I'm just going to, see what I can. Thank you, Sutton. See what you're doing. Good. Remove, then replace straight fraud. And they're sitting in on our seats. It's time for us to take our rightful place. But we must know law. We must know how to operate in those seats, principles. None is science. All right. Oh, I got a lot of comments here. All right, let me see. Going up. Kurt Thomas. So what would the postal then be? That recognition. So let me read the other ones. For our kinfolks, Abdul, if George Lee said only half had been told, how did he give us everything we needed to save a nation? Respectfully. Blessing Master Teacher Abdullah Mosi Bey. Vexillology. Yep. Vexiology is the study of flags. Black means you're a U.S. citizen. No, doesn't mean that. No, black doesn't mean. No, black doesn't mean you're a U.S. citizen. Black's not an identity. Black citizen, because black doesn't refer to citizen. Black does not refer to U.S. citizen. Black's not a people. That's a fiction. It's a fiction. There's no citizenship related. There's no character of nationality. Black has never been known or been recognized by the family of nations. Black has never been known or been recognized by the inhabitants of countries of anything partaking of the character of nationality, civil, political polity. Black has no basis in ancestry, lineage, consequent descent, national origin, national sovereignty. Yeah, I mean, that's just stay with the principles, you know. All right, all right. I got 8 minutes left. Nationality is the order of the day. Usual. So what the postal millennium be that recognition? Postal millennium is the international law principle of restoration of returning a people to their original status and condition. So absolutely, yes, because that's returning a people to their original status and condition. All right, just wanted to make sure. Any other questions? I have 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you on. 6 minutes, y'all. 6 minutes. So those who excellent question, Kirk. Right on. Yes, so my across the screen, I'll keep on the question section. Use my website, mooresandmasonry.org. mooresandmasonry.org for any of my books, Moors and Masonry Part 1, Moors and Masonry Part 2, How Venus and Moon Rule, Etymology Vocabulary, Supplementary 1. Go to mooresandmasonry.org. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so. Hit that like button. Share the recording. You know, we'll be done in about 5 minutes. Share this recording. To your different various social media platforms. I trust I did a really good job tonight. You know, I really prepared. You know, I trust I did a good job. This is something that we'll continue to build on. Let's see here. The common sense standards serve to maintain a racial hierarchy by ensuring that only those who fit culturally and visually within the dominant group could access the full rights and privileges of citizenship, such as property ownership. That goes with the Thin case, the 1923 United States versus Thin case. Once again, the common sense standard served to maintain its racial hierarchy by ensuring that only those who fit culturally and visually within the dominant group could access the full rights and privileges of citizenship, such as property and ownership. Now, we already know the origin. Luisa Flores in the house. Luisa Flores is in the house. Thank you, Brother Abdullah Bey, for teaching the world. Stay focused on the topic. Excellent. Exciting. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to be on this for a long time, bro. Brother Raheem Abdullah Bey and I, we're on every Friday on the Harlem Radio 115 with the 4-month workshop. fictional world appearing to be real, the erosion of nationality and cultural identity through the fictional racial categories of black, white, red, brown, and yellow. And that's our book title. That's our book title. All right. And our brother Israel and I are working on 7 books together. And Israel and Rahim Abdullah Bey, he and I are he's doing the show with me on the Harlem Radio 115. And once again, the workshop title is the workshop title is fictional world appearing to be real, the erosion of nationality and cultural identity through the fictional racial categories of black, white, red, brown, and yellow. We are Ethiopians. Don't forget January 19th. Oh yes, January 19th. Seton Il Bey, who's on now, Israel Bey and I will be on next week. Yeah, that's right. We'll be on next week. What's the title? Seton Il, what's the title? Are we judged by skin color? Judged by skin color, or a cover-up of a hidden truth? Judged by skin. Next week, y'all, Seton Il Bey, Israel Bey, and I will be on live and direct here on Moorish Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, live and direct. Once again, are we judged by skin color, or a hidden truth, or a cover-up of a hidden truth? All right, thank you, brother, for reminding me. Appreciate you. All right, thank you for reminding me. So, blessing, Master T. Abdullah, always giving foundational keys that expose the deception and Maya illusions. All right, good. Right on. All right, so let me get my close. So I think this. All right, so thank you again for joining me. All right, I trust we had some mental explosions here going on. All right, please share this. Please, I beg you, please share this to your co-workers, family, and so forth, loved ones. This is something that they really need to see. The various social media platforms. All right, so we'll see you next week. All right. Peace, everyone. Once again, my website, mooresandmasonry.org. Peace, everyone. Appreciate you. Thank you. Brother, thank you, brother Uncle Hank. Peace.